Good afternoon, everyone. Pavani,
Good
Good
afternoon, sir.
afternoon, sir.
everybody able to see my screen? Teams one?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Thank you. Okay, I think we will start. Only 10 members are there, including me, that is. Only 6 members are there. I think we can start. Just sharing the video, same video, just confirm it's coming or not. Can you able to see VLC screen?
Yes, sir. Video.
Yeah, yeah, video screen. Yes, I am just. Just watch this video.
An important gas absorption application is the transfer of ammonia to water. A gaseous mixture of ammonia and air is bubbled through water. Let's take a closer look at the process by examining a single bubble. The ammonia is inside the air bubble, and initially there is no ammonia in the water. Since the system is not at equilibrium, some of the ammonia molecules will travel from the bubble through the interface into the water. If sufficient time is available, the transfer of ammonia the boundary layer near the interface. The concentration of ammonia is uniform in the bulk region, but varies across the boundary layer. We do the same thing on the liquid side by dividing the water into a bulk region and boundary layer. In the water, the concentration is uniform in the bulk region, but varies across the liquid side boundary layer. In order to accurately predict mass transfer rates, we need to be able to predict the thickness of the boundary layer and diffusion rates across the boundary layer. And we need to do this on both the gas and liquid side. The mass transfer coefficient will be used to quantify both of these effects.
Okay, have you watched this one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, the same figure from that video I have taken here. You can see here the bulk of the gas is there. So from this bulk of the gas needs to be transferred to the surrounding water. Okay, surrounding a bucket full of water. So in order to transfer this gas from this inside of air bubble to the surrounding water, the first resistance offered by this gas boundary layer. Then after that, when the gas reaches to the boundary layer, and the second resistance to transfer the gas from inside the boundary layer to the outside of that water tank is the liquid boundary layer. Okay, there are two resistance. The bubble needs to be crossed. The NH3 molecule needs to be crossed so that it can reach from inside of the gas bubble to the outside of this bubble. So in order to doing so, there are two resistances and two resistance film thickness will be there. If we consider the boundary layer as a film, we can see this is a thickness of gas film. So this is indicated by ZG, Z subscript small g, as given in your handout. Then this is ZL, Z subscript small l or capital L we can denote. So this is liquid boundary layer. So the thickness of this liquid boundary layer thickness is ZL, and thickness of this gas boundary layer is ZG. So after crossing these two barriers only, the gas will just go to the surrounding liquid, surrounding water. We can take NH3 and plus 8 example. Then in order to describe this film thickness and the diffusion rates inside this boundary layer, we have a theories. Okay, how this diffusion will take place, at what region, whether it is taking in the film region or whether it is taking on the boundary surrounding region, and how that particular mass transfer is taking place. In order to quantify that, there are certain theories. Out of these theories we will discuss. The first one is the film theory. It was first proposed by the Whitman in 1923 around. The Whitman says that the mass transfer will take place only in the boundary, this boundary, okay? Only in the boundary layer, whose thickness is, he is denoted as this thickness as delta. Thickness of that boundary layer is stagnant film is nothing but a thickness delta. So the mass transfer initial concentration of some molecule A, whether we may consider it as NH3, the NH3 molecule will have a concentration of initial Ca0. It will undergo a concentration change as we move on throughout the film. Only mass transfer, he is saying that only mass transfer will take place within this film only. After this film, no mass transfer will take place. He is saying that one. He's according to his assumption, only mass transfer will take place within this boundary layer, and this boundary layer or this film will have a thickness of delta, and the concentration will change from initial concentration Ca0 to the final concentration, here some concentration, and after that the concentration will be remains as the bulk concentration. Whatever the NH3 will be transferred to the liquid phase will be remains same throughout this region. If the concentration profile, this is the actual concentration profile, whatever the red color curve I have shown here is the actual concentration profile. If the this film is stagnant, the same film is observing throughout the mass transfer operation, then we can consider the concentration profile as a linear concentration profile, not the curve, it may be the straight line. So this is the concentration profile in stagnant film. If the stagnant, if the film is just varying, then the concentration profile will be in the according to this curvature. Then after that, after the film, the concentration profile will be as same as that of a bulk concentration of NH3. So you can see here the notations here, Ca0 is the initial concentration. When we consider this as NH3, A as NH3, we can say NH3 initial concentration. Then the bulk concentration, CAB, so bulk concentration in ammonia. This is then film thickness. Delta is the film thickness. Okay, according to the film theory, this concentration profile will be linear. It will change linearly. Okay, whether it may be a straight line when the film is stagnant, or when the film is not stagnant, it can be a the concentration profile will be some curvature, but it is varying linearly. Flux is varying with respect to concentration, linearly with respect to concentration. So this is a one-dimensional convective mass transfer operation. In this convective mass transfer operation, what is saying, the concentration distribution will be linear. Okay, according to that, there are certain assumptions in film theory. The first one among is the mass transfer is taking place by molecular diffusion, obviously. Then at a fluid layer, this is a fluid layer. I have shown this, the fluid layer, whichever the boundary condition is there, in this boundary condition only the film transfer is, the mass transfer operation is taking place. So this is a solid boundary. He is considering that as a solid boundary. One standard film is forming there. Beyond this film, concentration is homogeneous. That's what I said here. Beyond the film, whatever this delta after crossing this path, same as that of the bulk concentration. So he is assuming the same first assumption. Then next assumption is this theory considers that this mass transfer operation is at steady state. Steady state is nothing but independent of time. The mass transfer operation is not taking place according to the time. It is everywhere. It is everywhere same. The mass transfer operation is steady state. He is saying. Then the next assumption is the flux is low. So the concentration variation in terms this film is very low. So flux is obviously low. He is considering the applying all three assumptions in our fixed first law of diffusion. Okay, I will show you through the live board. Yeah, okay. Now, if you consider the film theory, according to our mass transfer definition, let's see, okay, the after the surface, the concentration profile is changing like this. So this film have a thickness of delta. So we are okay. Then Yeah. Now, if you consider this as a film, so film will have a thickness of delta. So here, what happened? This is since this is a stagnant film, we can consider this as equimolar counter A through non-diffusing B, no, equimolar counter diffusion. So here, whatever the B is there is just acting upon. Okay. Uh, Yeah, okay. If you consider the film thickness, here film, since film is stagnant, we can consider this A through non. Okay, let's don't waste time in this live board. So my network is very bad, so please excuse me this one. So if we can consider here, see this is nothing is simple case equimolar counter diffusion. In equimolar counter diffusion, what happens? N is equal to 0. From the previous slides, I will try to explain. We already done this one, the previous one. So see, here in the equimolar counter diffusion, what will happen? N is equal to 0. Total flux is 0. Whereas Na is equal to minus Nb. When this is the case, then what happens to N? N is equal to 0 means Na is equal to minus Nb. So we can consider Na is equal to Ja directly, because N is equal to Na is equal to Nxa plus Ja according to our definition of fluxes, relationship between fluxes. See here the relationship between fluxes. For example, this is Na. I hope you can see the PPT. So this is, see here, Na is equal to Nxa plus Ja. When equimolar counter diffusion case, what happens? This N is equal to 0. Total flux is equal to 0. Then this whole quantity is 0. Then Na is equal to Ja. So Ja, by the definition of fixed first law of diffusion, is minus dAB dou Ca by dou Z. Minus, say this one, Ja is equal to minus dAB dou Ca by dou Z. So therefore, from the relationship between fluxes, Na is equal to minus dAB dou Ca by dou Z. Since what the film theory is saying, instead of he is instead of saying Z, he is saying that film thickness will be small delta. So delta, the limits will be 0 to delta and Ca naught to Cab. Here it is 0, the film thickness is, it is 0, and here the film thickness will be delta, 0 to delta. When 0 to delta, the concentration is changing from Ca naught to Cab. When we just integrate that one, just simple integral, that is dx will be cancelled, dz will be cancelled. Instead of z, we can write delta and Ca naught minus upper limit minus lower limit. When this minus will be substituted there, Ca naught minus Cb will come. So this is simple derivation, very simple derivation. So overall, we can consider this as Kl, which is mass transfer coefficient in liquid phase, Kl. So what the film theory is saying, Flux is directly proportional to dAV. According to this equation, flux is directly proportional to dAV. Here the film theory, according to Whitman, this is applicable only in the laminar flow. He is saying when the flow is turbulent, then he is saying that Na is directly proportional to dAV, but with some power n. He is 0.9 depending on the particular operating conditions of that particular equipment he is saying. Okay, now this is the equation. Since this equation we already derived in equimolar counter diffusion, but see only dAV by Z we have written here. So in place of Z, the film thickness he is saying. Okay, that's the overall derivation, but the drawback is there in this film theory, since this is the oldest theory and this is the only first theory who described that the mass transfer operation is taking place through the film. This has a drawback that he doesn't describe how to estimate this delta quantity. He doesn't describe that how to estimate this delta. So still now we don't have the certain procedure to calculate this delta. So that's the drawback for this film theory. And the next drawback is this theory is only applicable at steady state only. See here the drawbacks I have written. The drawback is though this theory doesn't explain to estimate how to estimate this film thickness delta. And another drawback is this film theory is only applicable for the steady state conditions. As you can see, many of the mass transfer operations taking place in the industrial operation, like whether it may be absorption, whether it may be a distillation or anything, every operation is operated at unsteady state condition. Meaning unsteady state means which will depend on time, which are not at all independent of time. So they will be dependent on time. So this theory is not applicable for unsteady state conditions. So next theory, which is penetration theory, the author Higby has just modified just suggested the penetration theory, because every operation is not carried out at steady state condition. So every mass transfer operation will take place in unsteady state condition. So penetration theory will be applicable, suggested by this Higby, is applicable by unsteady state condition. So first assumption is, so every mass transfer operation will take place in unsteady state condition. So he assumed that mass transfer operation is taking place in unsteady state condition, which means the mass transfer operation is time dependent. So every time the bubbles, when bubble is there, for example, if you consider the absorption operation, here in the absorption operation, what is taking place? The gas will go inside of this wetted wall tower or the absorption column. Then the liquid will flow counter current to this gas molecule. The liquid will flow from the upside to downside, whereas gas molecule will flow from the down to upside. As the gas bubble will rises from downside to upside, this phenomena will happen. The gas bubble is just rising, whereas the liquid is just flowing from the upside, top side to the bottom side. So when it is flowing, if you consider a single gas bubble here, the liquid will form a packets. Okay, nothing but a grain type of packets, small packets will form. It will surround the gas bubble. So therefore, from these packets only the mass transfer into the gas bubble will take place, he is suggesting. Okay, now he is suggesting that equilibrium will exist between the gas and liquid layer. So okay, but what another assumption he is saying, the liquid, for example, if you consider this as a one packet, this is as a second packet, this as a third packet, this as a fourth packet, this as a fifth packet, what he is suggesting, every packet will have a same uniform time. Example, this first packet is taking 1 second of time in order to travel this whole circumference of the bubble, and it will drop here. The same case will be second bubble also, second packet also, same time it will take, same 1 second it will take. The third packet also, it will take 1 second to reach the to reach the CAB concentration, to drop out through the drop out of that bubble he is saying. So each packet will have a same uniform contact time, same period of time it is contacting. So first assumption is unsteady state operation, which is independent, which is dependent on time. Okay, which is counter to the film theory, which is applicable for the steady state conditions only. The second condition is equilibrium existed. Assumption is in equilibrium existing between gas and liquid interfaces. Okay, then third assumption is every packet will have a same time, same period of time they are staying in contact with this bubble, he is saying. So mass transfer is taking place from this liquid packet to the bubble, he is saying. So now for the unsteady state conditions, what is the law applicable? Because in the film theory it is steady state conditions, we can apply fixed first law of diffusion. Since here this is unsteady state conditions, we have to apply the fixed second law of diffusion. We already derived this fixed second law of diffusion in the earlier classes by assuming that operation is taking place at unsteady state conditions. So I will show you where we have derived that fixed second law of diffusion. Okay, it's a big derivation. We already derived this one. If you can see this one, this is applicable for three spatial coordinates x, y, z. If you consider only this is a single dimension, we can neglect these two spatial coordinates y and z. Then dab dou square ca by dou x square is equal to dou ca by dou t. It is applicable over there in the present case of penetration theory. So since this gas bubble is in spherical shape, we have to consider the spherical coordinates. This is spherical coordinates. The sphere, the bubble will look like a sphere. So we have to consider the radius of that sphere, or a radial distance we have to consider. So instead of x, we are keeping just r. Dou square ca by dou r square is equal to dou ca by dou t. Rest everything is same. This is only for one dimensional, not three dimensional. We have derived for the three dimensional. If you neglect the two other dimensions, we can consider for the single dimension. When we solve this equation, since this is the unsteady state equations, we have to apply the error functions. So I have already told you this solution is already available with me. If anybody interested to know how we solve this equation, you just have to refer the error functions first and then ask me. I will take one class because this is out of context for your syllabus. Your syllabus, they are just asking to write about the various theories involved in that one. So various theories means you have to write in short about what are the assumptions, what are the final equations. In film theory also, you have to since this is a single one dimensional and steady state applicable, you have to consider the equation Na is equal to Ja, and then you have to derive this one. And this one you have to write, this is applicable since this is a unsteady state equation. We have to write this equation, and you can directly state this equation. The solution for this equation is this one. Okay, otherwise if somebody is interested in order to know the solution of this equation, you can ask me anytime. I will just show you how to derive this equation. Before that, just refer error functions from the mathematics course, then I can easily solve this equation. Okay, then you have to write in the exam that dab is equal to dou ca by dou r square is equal to dou ca by dou t. Then the solution for this equation is this one. So finally the flux equation he suggested is this one. After solving this equation, we can obtain this equation also. So in the examination, as per your syllabus context, you can the assumptions in this penetration theory is, first one is unsteady state. This is the operation is taking place in unsteady state condition, and second assumption is the equilibrium will exist between the interface, gas and liquid interface. And the third one assumption is every packet will have a same period of time, same period of contact with the bubble. He is saying every liquid packet will have a same period of contact with time. Then the next one is the Danckwert's surface renewal theory. What he's saying, just he modified the Higby penetration theory. In the Higby penetration theory, the drawback is he's saying this packet will stay for the same time on the bubble surface, whereas this Danckwert's surface renewal theory, he's saying these packets will have different times. For example, this one packet, the packet number 1 will have a 1 seconds. Okay, the packet number will have 2 seconds or 3 seconds, whatever it may be. The packet number 3 have a certain other period of time. This packet number 4 will have some other time. The packet number 5 will stay for some other time. Here they are saying, he is saying, the Danckwerts is saying every packet will not have a uniform time, same period of time. They will change according to their time. According to this penetration theory, once this every packet will complete one cycle of mass transfer operation, they will just drop down, and next packet will occupy this bubble. Okay, whereas this surface renewal theory is saying For example, one packet is just going, first packet is just going outside, just dropping, then immediately it will be replaced by the new fresh packet of liquid it will replace. Similarly with the second packet also, if just it will drop again, then the next fresh packet will just attach to the bubble. That was this surface renewable theory is suggesting. So he has directly given the flux equation, in which the flux is directly proportional to the square root of the diffusivity. So in which this S quantity is the fraction of surface that is replaced per unit time. In the unit time here, time is constant for every packet, every liquid packet. Here time is not at all constant, whereas he is considering the surface of the bubble. Whatever the surface is there, the fraction of the surface of bubble is replacing every time. For how much time the fraction is just replacing, he is referring. That's why he has given the flux equation in such a way that it will also depend on the fraction of the surface that is renewed in unit time. Okay, so this fraction will have a second inverse. So we'll have a units of second inverse. So DAB will have a units of meter per second. So second will get cancelled. So meter will get this one. So okay, this one is the surface renewable theory. So film theory, surface penetration theory, and surface renewable theory. Okay, next we will see the two film theory or two resistance theory. This is somewhat complicated because two resistance, already we said there are two resistances. Simultaneously we have to consider gas and liquid also. So two resistances, how we calculate, we will see in the next class. If network is okay, then my live board is working, then I can derive that equation. Okay, before that you have to just go through the two film theory I have already given in our notebook. So that derivation you have to just derive that one, then only you can know what is this derivation. Okay, any doubts in the theories, these three theories: film theory, penetration theory, and surface renewable theory? Any doubts? Whether you understood or not, I want to know.
Understood, sir.
Okay, yeah. Then that's all for this day. I would like to share something with you today. I already uploaded some of the files in your channels, in the Teams channels. I think you are able to see my Teams screen.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, yeah. When you go inside this mass transfer 1, in the files itself, here you see video link is there. One folder I have created, video link. Here when you open this file, yeah, here if you open this file, here you can find one link. Okay, if you copy paste this link in your browser, it will go to streams, Microsoft streams. If you can see this one, this is for mass transfer operations. Previously we have taken classes, all videos regularly I am uploading here. So you can see many videos are there. Including today's class I just uploaded. Just you can go through these videos. If you want to refer the previous videos, see today's morning class also I just uploaded. Because similarly is the case for CT2 also. Same if you go to the Teams. Okay, it is okay. Everybody understood that one?
Yes, sir. It's understood.
Sir.
Yeah, in the files itself that link will be there. Previously every class we have taken, you can see over there. You can watch once again. Possible CT2 also same one. If you can click here CT2 also you have to go to files. Go to files and same folder is there, video link. In that also one Word file will be there. Same link I just copied. Other link for the CT2 channel. Okay, it is the channel in streams. These channels here, all these channels are in Microsoft Teams app, whereas that channels are in Microsoft Streams. Okay, that is separate for video channels. In our mass transfer operations, one file also I will upload it. In the unit 1, various problems are there from the solved problems from your previous question papers. Okay, I think last problem you have already solved that one, I guess. Just from previously solved examples, all the problems are there. Around 22 problems are there. You can see from this uploaded file. These are some basic problems. 1, 2, 3. Around 3 problems are basic problems. You might have seen in the CPP course how to calculate mole fractions, how to calculate the rho by m average molecular weights. Everything is up to these 3 problems. Next one we already solved this one. DAB is equal to DBA. We already solved this DAB is equal to DBA. Show that DAB is equal to DBA. So you can watch through video if you don't understand that one. This is also given as a problem in your previous question paper. And this is one problem, depends on your NA formulas, whether whatever the case A through non-diffusing B or equimolar counter diffusion for gases or liquids, it will be applicable. I suggest you to just go through this handout and just try to solve some of the problems. If you don't understand, just ask me. Otherwise, one or two problems I will say. Every problem I don't want to complete. I don't want to waste the classes in the problems itself. So here see, this is a frequently repeated question. You have to calculate the diffusivity of mannitol. One compound is there. Solution in water. So same one. Using the diffusivity of liquids, I already given the Wilkie-Chang equation. Using the Wilkie-Chang equation, how can you calculate the diffusivity? This is the case. And and everything up to the mass transfer coefficients, every problem has been solved. Okay, you just have to go through it, and just if you find any difficulty, just come to me. Okay, last time we have done this problem, the diffusivity of pair of O2Cl2 is observing at a steady state evaporation of CCl4. Okay, in the last class, only 50 around 1 hour class we have just wasted to solve this problem, just to explain this problem. Okay, in the physical classes I would have given all these questions and solutions also, so I'm just providing you digitally. This is the answer. Okay, then these are already frequently asked questions. Every question which has solved has been asked previously. Okay, I hope this is my handwriting. I hope you can't find any difficulty in understanding this one. If you find any difficulty, just write to me, whether in a WhatsApp or anything. Okay. This problem you cannot solve, I guess, because it is out of your syllabus. They have given in your old question paper, so we look after this thing. So don't solve this problem in the 12th page, so the previous page numbers I have not given. This problem also you don't solve this one. This is out of syllabus, because you are not handling the spherical coordinates or the cylindrical coordinates. Only it is given as a one-dimensional in your syllabus. Just to verify that one. Okay, rest all problems are very easy. Two-film theory I will solve on the live board. Two-film theory. One is because this two-film theory, it is easy, but yeah, these are the problems. We have already seen the Wilkie-Lee equation for the gas phase. This is the equation. Okay, everything is there. Only here some data is missing. RAB square. Because of lack of calcium, I couldn't calculate this one now. So you can just calculate this value, and whatever RAB value will come here, you just put here RAB square. So function of KT by epsilon AP also given in problem itself. When you put this, whatever the value obtained here, so you can calculate this one, and DAB you can obtain. This is applicable for gas phase. Okay, you can solve that one. Yeah, these are the questions, around 20 to 22. Yes, 21 questions are there. I hope these are enough. All are from the old question papers only. I tried to solve this one. Okay. If you want, I can share through WhatsApp also. Otherwise, you can just go to this one, and unit 1 you can say. Okay. Do you want me to share through WhatsApp? Anybody?
Share, sir. No need,
Share
sir.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp I have to share. Hello. I'm not getting your voice. Something sound I'm getting. I'm not getting your voice.
No need, sir.
No need. Okay. Yeah. If anybody wants, just ask me. Otherwise, just see or look into this matter. Okay. These are okay. Everything was solved. Okay. So last topic in this one is two film theory. Only left out topics are this one, two film theory. Because of live board, I am not deriving this one. Otherwise, time is there to derive. So two film theory And the last one topic is estimation of mass transfer coefficient. This is also involves some derivations, so I have to derive through live board only this one. Two more topics left in your first unit, and every problems are very important, because in some papers I have just observed that they are giving problems only. They are asking cases that A through non-diffusing B and equimolar counter diffusion, but apart from that they are also asking even in the 1 year question papers they completely asking that only problems, part A and part B, or unit 1 there will be 2 questions, and 2 questions also problems they are giving. So in such a case you have to solve problems also. I will try to derive 2-3 problems in each case, 2-3 problems. That one just come to me, I will explain. Okay, until now if you have any doubt just ask me. Anybody has having doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, no doubts. Pavani, what is fixed first law of diffusion?
Sir, Na is equal to minus dou C AB by dou Z.
No, it's wrong. It's Ja. Ja is equal to
Ah,
minus dAb dou Ca by dou Z. So we can't keep directly Na is equal to Ja. It is only
okay.
Na is equal to Ja. It is only for equimolar counter diffusion. Okay, for other case like A through non-diffusing B or any other case, what is fixed first law of diffusion they will ask, and for the 2 marks questions what is the relationship between fluxes, which is Na is equal to Nxa plus Ja, they can ask. Then what is molecular diffusion, what is eddy diffusion they can ask. So what is molecular diffusion, we can define the diffusion which is taking place uh, what we call due to the laminar flow conditions or due to the packets, the transfer of molecules from one region to another region in normal. In high velocity ranges like agitations, stirring, something is involved, some external force is involved, then a fluids will form some eddies, some eddy currents will be generated, some the fluid will flow, the particular transfer will takes place with respect to some eddies, nothing but a gyrates, packets. Okay, through that packets the mass transfer is taking place, is known as a mass transfer which is taking place is normal velocity is called a molecular diffusion. The mass transfer which is taking place due to the turbulent eddies or the eddy current generated due to agitation or some external force we are applying is nothing but a eddy diffusion. Then the basic question they can ask, what is mass transfer? Mass transfer is nothing but a migration of molecules or the species from one region to another region. Usually the species will migrate from a region of high concentration to lower concentration regions. Similarly is the case with the heat transfer. Heat transfer will take from the higher temperature region to lower temperature. Similarly with the mass transfer will take place from higher region to higher concentration region to the lower concentration region. So so mass transfer through diffusions and everything will be a complex operation, we can say. So there are two mechanisms to transfer the mass from one region to another region. That is whether it may be a molecular diffusion or other in a eddy diffusion mode. So some bulk transfer or some convection is also possible. Then various mass transfer operation. This is for your whole syllabus. I am just giving what are the various mass transfer operation. You can just refer what is absorption, extraction. Anyway, you are going to learn what is leaching, extraction, and distillation in the next chapters. So all other chapters you are going to learn in mass transfer. and fixed first law of diffusion. Fixed first law of diffusion, he has just defined this for the mass flux with respect to some arbitrary coordinate. This will have some arbitrary coordinate, meaning some average velocity. The average velocity of that particular observer is not a zero. Okay, u naught is not zero. This is that meaning. So he defined fixed law, first law has defined in such a way that ja is equal to minus dab dou ca by dou z. This has been asked many times as a short answer questions. Without knowing this GAA or relationship between fluxes like NA is equal to NXA plus J JA is the flux of A with respect to some arbitrary coordinate. In this one, DAB is the diffusivity of A through B. Diffusivity of A with respect to B. The CA is the concentration of distance of diffusion meter. So units also I have clearly given here. You have to refer units. The units are very important. So flux, we can say that this is nothing but a rate of transport of species I per unit area per unit area in the direction normal to the transport. This is that one. So rate is mole per second is rate, per unit area means meter square. So flux definition is we can define from the unit system, we can define what is flux. Flux is nothing but mass transfer rate or mole per second per unit surface area, which is meter square. And these are the basic formulas or the terminology, we can say notation scheme to evaluate the properties of a mixture. When we consider only two components are there in our system, we can evaluate, this is the notation schemes, and we can evaluate various properties of the systems in this way. You have to go through the word file also I have provided, and this tabular form I have shown you, the gases and liquids. Then relationship between fluxes. Okay, fluxes, there are two types of fluxes. One is flux with respect to stationary coordinate, another one is flux with respect to arbitrary coordinates. So that arbitrary coordinates, okay, I have wrongly given here. This is ji, nobody notified me this one, ji mole. Okay, so these are Ni mass, Ni in terms of mass terminology, which is rho I into Ui. Here you see this is a stationary coordinate, so U naught is 0 here. Here you see this is arbitrary coordinate, so U naught will be some value will be there here. So these two types of fluxes they have defined. In order to evaluate the relationship between two fluxes, we need to incorporate it what is U naught. So that particular observer is flowing it at certain velocity. So we can't assume that a single point is not at all possible. So average velocity we have to consider. In order to express this average velocity, we have three different expressions. One is mass average velocity, then next one molar average velocity, then volume average velocity. Then mass average velocity is defined in this way, that U naught, this U naught, nothing but this U naught. Okay, molar average velocity is defined with this equation, and volume average velocity is defined with this equation. Particularly in our mass transfer 1 course, we will use these two formulas frequently in place of this U naught. When we substitute this U naught here, because it is expressed in rho terms, so we have to substitute here. When we express our mole terms, we have to substitute this equation here. When we substitute our equation here, we can obtain relationship between Ni and Ji. So finally, we will obtain this equation by the derivation. You can watch the previous videos. When we are for this every species, for component I we can write, okay, component I we can write, and next one when the component A we have to write, in place of I we are writing A. Then using this equation and fixed first law of diffusion, we can derive this equation dAB is equal to dBA. We can prove this one. dAB is equal to dB. The diffusivity of A through B is equal to diffusivity of B through A also we can prove. Then mass balance equation. We already know what is mass balance equation. Output mass rate is equal to minus input mass rate plus rate of accumulation of mass is equal to rate of mass generation inside the system. So this is from CPP course, mass balance equation. Then applying this mass balance equation towards the hypothetical cuboid we have just derived, we have just assumed that a cuboid is there in which the mass is transferring from every spatial coordinates, three-dimensional mass transfer flux we are considering. Then the continuity equation we can obtain with the assumption the steady state no reaction, density is constant. So we can obtain this equation. This is also many times asked a question. Then fixed second law of diffusion. In between this, using this continuity equation, we have derived this fixed second law of diffusion from the respective fluxes, relationship between fluxes. For this equation also, the basis is this fixed first law of diffusion and relationship between fluxes. This one only. One is these cases, four different cases are there. One is steady state molecular diffusion at rest for the A through non-diffusing B case. For the liquids especially, in this also liquids is there, gases is there. Then the next one is equimolar counter diffusion. In this also liquid phase and gas phase is there. Two phases are there. The meaning of A through non-diffusing B is B is not at all diffusing. B we consider air here. Example of NH3 benzene is diffusing to air. Single liquid is diffusing to air, and other one is NH3 plus water. Air is there. In this one, it is diffusing in water. We have shown the video for this also. So in this case, air is just remaining stagnant. It is not at all diffusing. So the meaning of A through non-diffusing B is only A is diffusing, B is remaining stagnant. So in this one, B is remaining stagnant. We can consider flux of B is 0. Two examples I have given here. You can refer this one. So for liquids, we already derived what is Na for the liquids. This all the forms of formula. We have a videos, clear videos you can watch. Then for gases, we consider C is equal to P by RT for the ideal gas law. So for the gases, this is applicable. These all the cases we already derived through Lightboard. You can watch that one. Then equimolar counter diffusion case. Same, this will have a liquid and gases case also. For this, one molecule is competing with each other, with one another. Like A is competing with B, B is also competing with A. So they both have a same type of fluxes with opposite sign. If we consider Na, A is our product, we can consider it is positive. If we consider B as a our product, we can consider this as a positive. Otherwise, other sign is applicable for other terms. So the first example is diffusion with recycled condenser. Then the next one is, then the next example is the heterogeneous catalysis, in which A and B both are competing to adsorb on the surface of the catalyst. So you can watch through the previous videos to this one. So these are the formulas we already derived. You can go through this one. The diffusion rates for the from the dye dissolving or the dye diffusion to the mouth fresheners, everything the diffusivity is controlling. Okay, oxygen, we are just inhaling the oxygen, exhaling the CO2. It is also a diffusion. Everything, every human life, every operation taking place in our universe is nothing but a mass transfer operation, which is nothing but a diffusion. So diffusion will depend on the temperature, pressure. Apart from the matter, state of matter also, it will depends. So you can watch this video also. And determination and estimation of diffusivities, you can see this one. So there are two methods to determine the diffusivities. One is Stefan tube and second one is twin bulb method. So experimental method. If these two are the experimental methods, in experimental data is not there. Experimentally, we cannot conduct the diffusivity experiment. We can estimate through some already formulated correlations. First one is Wilkie-Lee equation. This is applicable for gases. The next one is the Wilkie-Chang equation applicable for liquids. Then mass transfer coefficients. If you understand these derivations, these four derivations, you can understand what is mass transfer coefficient. Okay, mass transfer coefficient is expressed as flux is directly proportional to concentration difference. Whatever the variables are there, everything is mass transfer coefficient. Clubbing up all these variables in one quantity is called a mass transfer coefficient. For two cases, A through non-diffusing B and equimolar counter diffusion, many equations are there. This is the mass transfer coefficient. These all rounded up terms are the mass transfer coefficients. You can verify through. These are the conversion formulas. Theories. Theories you already, just now we already described this one. So okay, once we completed this first unit, only two topics are left: two film theory and the wetted wall tower. Once we complete this, I will share this PPT also. You can go through this one. Once again, if you have any doubt, just ask me. Otherwise, you can watch through the videos, through the Microsoft streams. That link already provided there. Okay, now I will take attendance. Just bear with me. I already crossed my time limit. No problem. I already took attendance. So thank you for listening. Once again, I'm saying if you have any doubt, just ask me. Okay. I hope you understood. Okay. Shall I sign off?
Okay, sir.
Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye.
Okay.
Sure.
అరే ఎవరైనా పని పట్టేదారా అల్లలని తీసేస్తున్నారాను
చిల్ బ్రో
నిన్ను అటెండ్ చేస్తావిరా గమ్మని ఉంటావు అప్పుడు అటెండ్ చేసాను ఇక నీకు రాదు ఎప్పటి నుంచి నీకు ఇక
సార్
వెళ్ళిపోరా